Hey y'all, here we are again. Thank you for stopping by. I have yet another amazing haul to share with you. Again, my name is Pamela and I am a lover of all things girly. I love watching beauty room tour organization, perfume collections, beauty hauls, and yes, I am the lover of the color purple. And if you're anything like me, you are in great company. I have some amazing things to share with you from yet another haul that I have. This one is going to be a double haul from TJ Maxx. It was like a 2-3 day different buy that happened. I went in one day and I held strong and I walked right back out, and about 30 minutes later I walked right back in there and I was like, nope, you saw it, you loved it, go get that. And then another day I went by and grabbed a few more things. So I have so much in this haul to share with you, perfumes and whatnot. And so we're going to have a good time here. And I thank you all for stopping by and joining me for yet another one of these crazy videos with me. So first thing is I got a couple of kitchen items. I had these little sauce containers, and you know how in your house with your kids and stuff, the number one thing that grows legs and walks away is usually your utensils and stuff. That's happened more times than I can think of. But also the little containers that I get that you keep your sauces in. Like I love pot stickers and I love making them at home, or egg rolls at home. And so usually when I load up the plates, I put in the center of the plate or something, the sauce that goes with, whether it's salsa or guacamole, or the vinegar sauce that goes with those pot stickers and whatnot. And I had found these before at TJ Maxx, and they had these little, they're aluminum and they had these little lids on them. And sure enough, they grew legs and they all just walked away. So I lucked out and was able to find another pack of 6, I believe it is. And these really work great. Like I said, you're just dunking your egg roll or your pot stickers in or something like that. So I just grabbed a couple of these little sauce cups and lids real quick. I am a big cheese head when I go out to eat at like Olive Garden, for example. And if you're anything like me, I love when they come around with the salad and whatever pasta dish you got, and they got the cheese grinder there. And I just tell them, grind till your arm falls off, because I love me some cheese. And I've always wanted one of those grinders, like, yeah, I have the little cheese grater or whatever, but I've always wanted one of those grinders like you see at the Olive Garden. And I found this one. This was only $4.99, you guys, to have my own. So I was like, yay, that's a come up for me, because I want to be able to grind till my arm falls off too. Something else that I found, and yes, because the purple is what I gravitated towards, and I'm slowly trying to change over some of my baking stuff in the kitchen and everything. And they have these new, it's called the Baker's Table brand out. And when I went, the first ones that I saw, I thought it was a lavender color, and it turns out they were pink, because there was a purple one inside. And I was like, oh no, that's the purple I want. But I was only able to find the square one. It's super cute. Isn't that cute? Like brownies or something that you could put in here, or make bars or something in there. But I'm hoping to be able to go back and find. They also have the long rectangular one. They had a muffin one, and they have like a cookie sheet. And I'd like to trade those out for to match this one as well, just to add those to my kitchen decor, because again, I love all things purple. So keeping with my purple theme and things that for the kitchen, or it'll be in here as well. But I found myself another one of these tumblers, and it is a 40 ounce from the Wellness brand. This was from their Valentine's decor and stuff that they had, and it was actually in the clearance. Regular price was $14.99. They had it marked down to $12. That's not bad. I mean, it's no Stanley or whatever, but it's going to serve its purpose to keep my drinks cold, and the handle on it. I had one of those faux Stanley ones from TJ Maxx, and it looked like the what does they call it, the Love Shack fancy decor that you see, and the Love Shack fancy, the one that they have for the Stanley cups. And it kind of mimicked that, and it had really beautiful hues of purple and lavender in it. And I dropped it one day and the whole handle fell off. I mean, yeah, it's still usable. I can still just carry it like this, but that's not the point, that I got to walk around and hold that big sucker like this when my whole handle fell off. So I still use that one here at the house, but like going out and about and stuff, and I want to have a cold drink in the car with me or whatever, having the handle is substantial. I do have my Stanley. She's still in her box. I want to get one of the rubber foots for it because I'm afraid that if she drops that it's going to ding her or whatever, and that's kind of why I haven't used this one either. So I'm going to try to find some of those online so that I have that little rubber footing for it so nothing happens to their bottom. But I thought that was just super cute to have. I'm loving the glitter, and I love the hearts, and I love the purple. Okay, this was just for giggles. It's something that's probably going to sit somewhere here in the vanity room. But when you go there, they always have different types of candies and stuff like that at TJ Maxx. And when I went over there, they had a bunch of these little mini Jelly Belly gumball looking machines. They had a red and a yellow. They had one, and I mean, they had one purple one, and I had to get her. She was just super cute. And yes, y'all, the little thingy, it does work to turn it, and the gumball and the jelly beans come out. Yes, it do. I thought this was the cutest thing. Now, the funny story about this little sucker is that I had intended not to open her up until I did this video for y'all. But my granddaughter, once again, she's only 4. She came in and she's like, "Grandma, purple." And I was like, "Yes, baby, that's purple. Good job. I want." And I was like, "Well, no, baby, that's grandma's. That's grandma's gumball machine. You can't have that." And she argued with me and argued with me until I had to run her out of the room that she couldn't have the gumball machine. So when I had to go into the office one day and they were here with their parents, she snuck in while mom and dad were asleep and came right to where I had the gumball machine at. And it was still in its plastic. She unwrapped that plastic and opened that sucker up and ate pretty much every Jelly Belly that was inside. And I saw later on, I was like, "Why does she have my gumball machine?" They're like, "Oh, we thought you gave that to her." No, ma'am. No. I have plenty of candy and treats for my grandbabies, but some stuff I keep to myself, and I'm a little selfish when it comes to my purple stuff. So I was like, no, take that from her. So I had to go and buy another bag of just some plain jelly beans to put back in here because she ate all the ones that were inside, and the ones that were inside were actually the unicorn flavor one. They were kind of like an iridescent color. So I didn't even get a chance to try them out yet, y'all, but it was too cute not to get. She's purple. It actually works. You take it off on the top, or you can unscrew the whole thing to fill it up or whatever. But that was cute. It's just a whimsical purchase. You know, don't judge me for that one. Please don't judge me for this one either. This is a diva's room. This is my boudoir. This is my sanctuary. This is my happy place. I come in here, I play in my makeup. I've usually got my Alexa Echo on playing some sort of Duran Duran or something like that. That's something else you're going to learn about me. Yes, I am a Duran Duran fan till the day I die. And so I'm just usually in here just in my own peace, and I'm writing my journals. I sit down and I'm reading books and stuff. You know, I have a coffee station. And so when I saw this, I was like, "Oh, wow." So now I can actually enjoy when I want to, you know, a little glass of wine or something, because now I have the perfect wine decanter for this space. Y'all, tell me that is not, you can't tell me. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. When I seen her, she was calling my name. There was nothing else. There was nothing I could do. I could not walk past that. You can't tell me that is not the cutest thing in the world. I thought maybe I'll just fill it up with bath salts or something. Like, absolutely not. This is a wine decanter. It is meant to be decanted with wine. And that is what will happen here. I'm not sure what flavor I'm going to put in here yet once I get her all cleaned up and stuff. But yes, this is definitely had to come in here. It was on the clearance rack. It's regular $24.99. I got her for what? $12, y'all. $12. That was the steal for me. That was like the best thing that I could possibly happen upon. So the next few things I have is just some beauty hauls that I picked up. And again, I gravitate towards the clearance area. That's usually where I go to first. Let me see what's over there, see if I can catch a, you know, a good little deal there. And then, yeah, my eye is always going to gravitate towards something purple. I keep these on handy. These are just your beauty razors for dermablading. I use them for my eyebrow and whatnot, and my sideburns. Don't judge. Hey, None of that there. And they just come in handy. And yes, I gravitated towards the purple ones. There's some light blue ones in there as well. That's okay. We won't hold that against them. I also found this really cute makeup bag. Um, and I love the little bling and pearl that's on the front of it, a light lavender. It was also in the clearance. It was marked down to $8. They have it covered up so I can't see what the original price was, but even still at $8, that's not bad. It's pretty big. I figure if nothing else, I can either put my travel perfume sprays when I'm traveling, or even my comb and brush sets and stuff. It's big enough for that. I have a couple of different bags that I use for traveling, but this was, you couldn't go wrong for $8. So again, had to snatch that one up. I found this, and I apologize, somehow or another, the price tag fell off of it, so I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was in the clearance section as well. I don't think I paid more than $4, $3 or $4 for it in the clearance. And it's just a body moisturizer spray, kind of like a body mist, and the scent is lavender. I probably would use this like after I got out the bathtub, just a light mist of something. I usually do wear different perfumes to bed and stuff. Lavender is always a great choice, especially if you're having a hard time falling asleep. I highly suggest any kind of lavender scented bath oil, bath bombs, bubble bath, anything like that, and then spray yourself down with some sort of a lavender type body mist and stuff. Trust me, the combination of all of those will help you to relax and get you to a really calm and peaceful sleep. But if you're anything like me, body mist is just not enough. I do wear my perfumes to bed as well. I try to choose something that, again, is going to be on the calming side to help me with that peaceful rest. But I just like smelling good day in and day out. So I also picked this up. I thought the bottle was pretty. It's not purple, surprisingly enough, but the bottle was just really pretty to me. Again, I'm a sucker for packaging, and then once I finish all these hauls, I go through and I clean all of these labels off really good, so I don't have any of that sticky residue or these red stickers just standing out or whatever. But this was a cherry blossom shimmer oil. Again, after the bath, spray this on you, put it on your shoulders and your arms and stuff like that. It's about to be summertime at some point. I don't know. Minnesota can't make up its mind what it wants to do. It started snowing again today. It's April 4th, and good Lord Jesus. But something like this, bring that little summer shimmer to yourself and stuff. And again, I don't wait until the weather is right, until the right date night or this and that. If I feel like coming in here and playing in my room and I'm going to put some shimmer oil on and stuff just to walk around the house in a muumuu, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to be a shimmer muumuu wearing fool around this house because that's what I do. So I also picked up, they had this from the Truly brand, and I have a couple of different things from this brand, but this is the Moonicorn Repair and Illuminate Shimmer Body Serum. Again, another shimmer body serum, and the color, I don't know if you guys can see that real good. The color, it's an iridescent purple to it. It was just absolutely exquisite. So again, yeah, I do gravitate towards that. This was on the clearance. It was marked down. I know for a fact this is usually about 16, I think I've seen it at $16.99 for this brand, and this was marked down to $10. I can't see for certain to guarantee that, but they're usually about 16-ish dollars for that brand. Along next to that was sitting there was this beautiful purple packaging. And so I was like, "Ooh, let me see what this is." And this is Revitalux collagen and niacin. No, I'm not even gonna do that. Y'all not gonna get me. It's a 2-in-1 plumping priming serum. No, it's too late for me to be sitting up here jumbling over my words like that, y'all. But it was marked down to $5.50. So it's a plumping priming serum. So I thought, you know what? I'll give it a try. As you can see, I wear glasses, and I don't know what it is about a lot of these beauty products, or is it just me because I've gotten older, but it seems like, is it me, or is the writing on this packaging getting smaller and smaller and smaller? Or is it just, it can't just be me. So a lot of times what I end up doing is I'll end up Googling them to learn more about the ingredients and how to use the stuff. So if I can't see it very well, and I have bifocals, y'all, I my glasses are transitions and they have a bifocal down at the bottom. And even with that, it's difficult for me to see this teeny tiny writing. So that's what I do a lot of times, especially if I'm in the store. I'll use Google search. I'll take a picture of it and Google search it and look it up and stuff and try to see what something is. And TikTok is also just, believe it or not, it's a great source because a lot of people are putting stuff on there. So if you see something on there that someone suggested or whatever, you know, sometimes it's worth a buy, especially if you can catch it on the clearance, so don't knock that. So this next one I picked up is an extra because I already have it sitting on my vanity back here with my beauty products, but it is the NCLA Beauty. It is their So Rich birthday cake, and this is just an all over body, hands, body, cuticles, elbows and knees, legs, feet. It's an oil, and it has like this. Yes, the packaging is purple, but it has like this glitter in it and stuff. So again, this will probably be something that I would use like if I would date night or something like that to give that extra illumination to the skin and stuff. But I was enjoying it so much when I saw they had another bottle. I was like, yeah, I need to get that. And this time it was on clearance. I think that one I might have caught that on clearance for about $5, and this one was marked down to 4. So this is just an extra for me to have on standby when that one runs out. So I grabbed a couple more things from the clearance area. Some Morphe Lust Potion. These are little lip glosses. Deep Desire, and then Pure Passion. And again, like I said, this was two different TJ Maxx hauls from two separate days. So on one day, I grabbed these two, and on another day, not realizing that I had already had these two in a box waiting to do this haul, I ended up grabbing a second one. So this one will probably go in one of my granddaughters, one of their little gift boxes or something, just because, they look like they're kind of fun. They look a little young anyway, but they're just some shimmer, little glimmer lip glosses. So I probably will end up giving the two pink ones away to my granddaughters, possibly the older two. I have quite a few grandchildren. So the older ones will luck out and get something like that. So this next part of the haul is going to be a major perfume haul. I went on a January and a February no buy, and I was really good and proud of myself. I stuck to it. I didn't even do any Mercari purchases. So I was like, okay, March came around and I went a little crazy, but that's okay. I gravitate towards a good sale if I can find it, a good deal at any time, and I can't pass it by. As a perfume collector, that's something hard for us to do. I got good discipline, but when I see a good deal, I'm going to jump on that. So I'm going to share quite a few perfume that I picked up. And again, I think maybe one or two of them was opened or tried, but for the most part, I'm not going to get into any deep details on them. We'll do a perfume review somewhere down the line. So the first one I'm going to share with you guys is a Laura Mercier. This is a Neroli de Sud, and it's an eau de parfum, and this was a 1.7 ounce. This was a part of okay, no, this was not a part of the original ones that I got on clearance, but it was over on the side area where the perfumes are at. And I have a couple of other Laura Mercier perfumes, and so I was like, you can't go wrong with it. It was only $16.99 for this one. And because it didn't have any plastic on it, I had opened it up. And this is, oh God, I said I wasn't going to get too deep into it, but I'll do a real good review for you guys later on. But this was a surprise blind buy that yeah, I'm not mad at it. I was really pleasantly pleased. And I don't have too many that are any bad blind buys, but when I get some that are just like, oh man, I have to like just love on myself because that was a good purchase for me. I had seen this on the Macy's website and I missed the sale. They had a sale with the full size bottle and the travel size, and I just barely missed it. I was hesitating, and then when I went back to go and get it, they had sold out. So I really wanted to try it, and it's the Ralph Lauren Romance, and it's the Elixir one. So I was able to find the travel spray at TJ Maxx, and this was $14.99 for the travel spray. And I did try this one out, and I have the original Ralph Lauren Romance, thanks to my son and his wife. They got it for me for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. The name of it is exactly the name of the perfume, Romance. It says it all. And this is the elixir to it, and it's just giving an extra oomph to it. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into describing and stuff, but that was a wonderful, like, and it was the only one on the shelf. So I was like, yeah, again, girl, it was meant to be for you to be in that store. So this blind buy was based off of, there was a couple of girls on TikTok that were talking about the Le Monde Gourmand line of perfumes that they had found at TJ Maxx. So just like they kind of hyped up the Sand and Fogs, I think now some people are trying to hype up this one because this is one that you kind of overlooked. Sometimes I will gravitate towards some of those no name or lesser known perfumes that TJ Maxx and Marshall and Ross has and stuff. You know, some of them smell similar to something that I already have, but for a few coins, you know, they're worth purchasing and whatnot. And a lot of times, if nothing else, they become either a car spray or a room spray, you know, or just that thing I'll just drop in the purse real quick just to have something in my gym bag or something like that. But a lot of times they surprise you and they turn out to be a little bit better of a treasure than some of these higher end ones that I have. So this one I picked up is called Rum Tropique Eau de Parfum, and it does. It's giving you beach vibes, but this size is the 30 mil, the 1 ounce, and it was $14.99 for this smaller size. And I definitely, there was quite a few that was there that I was like, you know, I passed them on by. But that one, when I smelled that one, I was like, ooh, okay, this one might be worth me grabbing. So here's another one that I grabbed, and she was on the clearance, regular $14.99. I got her for $12. I'm not exactly sure who the maker is. It just says Glazed Rose Eau de Parfum, and this was a 1.7 ounce. I like the heaviness of the bottle, so it's not a cheaply made bottle. Cap is just your standard plastic or whatever. Again, the plastic does not bother me on some of these perfumes. I know some perfume reviewers are like, oh, they put a cheap cap, I don't like it, I don't want it. I'm not that person. But this was definitely a rose scent, but it's a light rose scent. I have not really like tried her on or anything like that to really give a good review on it. So again, that's going to come later. Another one I grabbed, and this was just on the regular shelf, Abercrombie and Fitch, and this one is called the Authentic Self. And then this is a 1.1 ounce size. I have got so many blind buys from this brand, Abercrombie and Fitch, that were just like, oh my God. So every time I see one now, it's like, oh, I gotta try it. And I think I've only maybe had one that was like, you know, whatever. And I put it in my little side basket to give away or sell or whatever. But for the most part, I have not had a bad one. None of them have been bad. It's just that, you know, if it's not striking me as like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear this, I'm gonna wear this. There's some that, oh my God, I keep it in my purse and I wore the heck out of it, and I put in such a dent that now I'm mad because I didn't go back and buy more when I had a chance to. But for $14.99, that's not a bad price for a 1 ounce size. So I'm looking forward to trying that one out. I also picked up Eternity for Women Air by Calvin Klein. If you know, you know, Calvin Klein really does not steer us wrong. I haven't had a bad Calvin Klein purchase in years. This was on the clearance for $24. I haven't seen or heard a lot of people talking about this one yet, so I'm interested to see what I'm going to get out of it once I do open her up. This was another total blind buy. The Calvin Klein Eternity was inside the lock cabinet. So, you know, you got to press the call button for them to come and help you. And then they take it up to the counter until you're ready to check out. This was also in there, and it's regular. It says compare at 44. I don't know what the TJ Maxx price was, but they had it in there on clearance for $24. And it's a We Wore What is the name of the brand, and it's a 001. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, you guys, but it's a eau de parfum, and it was a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. I wasn't sure. I'd never heard of it or whatever, but I looked it up. I Googled it. I took a picture of it and I Googled it while I was in the store, and I read the notes. And the notes at the time, I can't remember right now, but the notes at the time was kind of striking to me. So that's why I picked up this as a total blind buy purchase. On another visit, another set of minis to add to my collection is the Anna Sui If you know, you know. I believe I already have these two, so these are probably gonna go in the stash that I will do trade-offs or sell to other mini collectors to try to get some others for my collection, but these other ones I did not have. And for you got a total of 5 in here for $24.99. That's not a bad price for this collection. I think my daughter-in-law has the Fantasia in a bigger bottle, so I'm gonna have to sample hers to see. Once I like, if I like this, I might see if I can decant some of hers to carry with me. Um, Another one I got is a perfume discovery set from the Truly brand, and it had 3 small body mist, it looks like, in there. It is the unicorn fruit, vanilla girl, and coconut dreams, and this was also on clearance for $10. It has a compare price of $20. I'm not sure what the TJ Maxx price is because they have it covered up, but it was in the clearance section for $10. And my last total blind buy, I have not opened it up. It was a complete buy, blind buy. It was on clearance. And you already know, as soon as I show it to you, what attracted me to this packaging. I'm not ashamed. So don't judging. No judging. The box in itself, the purple was what caught my eye. The ice cream cone looked fun. This looks like it's an Arab scent. Candy Scoop is the name of it, from Adian. I am looking forward to just trying it out. It sounds like it's going to be something gourmand and sweet, but it was regular $24.99. I got it for $20. Blind buy. I don't know anything about it, but we shall see. So that is it for my TJ Maxx double haul. Wow, we're getting through these hauls, you guys. And again, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking out my channel and sitting up and and encouraging me to keep going with this. I'm having a lot of fun here. I hope you are too. I hope, if nothing else, you like, subscribe, and comment, and come on back. I've got so much more to share with you. Again, thank you again for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one.